Good morning, students. Welcome to your online English class. How are you all, everyone? Students, as you all know that we have completed till chapter 6 of your grammar book along with some part of writing section also. Till pronoun topic we have completed in continuity 1 to 6 chapters. Now it's time to understand a new topic, which is your chapter number 7, adjectives. So children, focus on the screen, focus on the text which will be on your screen now and try to understand.
Students, look at the examples which are on your screen. Sumit is a tall boy. Ravina is a beautiful girl. I like these pencils. I shall buy the blue one. Children, here in first example boy, in second example girl, and in third example pencils are noun. And to describe these nouns, tall, beautiful and blue, these words have been used. So children, in short, if I sum up the definition of adjective in a single line, so adjectives are words that describe or modify other words, and other words can be noun or pronoun in a sentence. They provide more information about an object's size, shape, age, color, origin or material. If I say I live in a house, I live in a house. House is noun here. And if I say this sentence again by adding, I live in a big house. This big word is describing my house. Features of adjectives. Most adjectives have two uses, attributive and predicative. An attributive adjective occurs before the noun. It modifies. This is a difficult sum. This is a difficult question. Question is noun here and difficult is adjective which has been used before its noun. A predicative adjective occurs as a complement, so obviously that will be used after noun. Attributive, this is a difficult question, and predicative would be this question is difficult. Most adjectives can be modified by degree, adverb like very, quite, etc. He is a very good man. He is a man. Man, noun. Good is adjective here, but most adjectives can be modified by degree adverbs like very, quite, etc. I am quite happy here. Happy is adjective, but quite has been added within the sentence. Many adjectives also have comparative and superlative forms. This we have been learning, children, for a very long time since the students are in class 4 or 5. They learn about these degrees that are positive, comparative and superlative, good, better, best, big, bigger, biggest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. Like in comparative and superlative, generally in adjectives the rule is that in comparative ER and in superlative EST would be added, that would be the suffix. But some irregular degrees are also there, like good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, far, further, furthest, far, farther, farthest. Many adjectives are derived from noun. They can be recognized by their endings. Ending means some suffix will be used at the end of the noun, and when suffixes will be added with the noun, then they will become adjectives. Noun, fame, adjective would be famous by adding suffix OUS. Beauty is noun. By adding ful suffix, it would be beautiful, and beautiful is an adjective. Some typical adjectives are also given. You can go through with the examples which are here. By adding suffixes, how noun becomes an adjective. Further, we have attributive and predicative positions. Children, what is the position of attributive and predicative? Now let's discuss this point. Adjective that come before their noun. Adjective that come before their noun. Example, the red coat is looking good. Coat is noun here. Adjective red has been used here. So obviously it is attributive adjective. This one. Then we have adjective of quality can come either before their nouns or after a verb. Example, Chitra is a happy child. Adjective before noun. Child, noun, and happy is adjective here. Next we have Chetan felt nervous. Felt is verb. Felt is verb and nervous is adjective. Students, most adjectives can function both in the attributive and predicative positions, but exceptions are always there, and some adjectives are there which can be used as the attributive or at the attributive position. Attributive position means before noun. Look at the examples which are given here. It is utter nonsense. Utter is one of the adjectives which will carry attributive position only. We cannot say the nonsense is utter. It would be an incorrect sentence. So the correct sentence is it is utter nonsense. Let's have another example. The former chief minister has arrived. It is absolutely correct that former will be used before chief minister. Former is adjective and chief minister noun. That would be incorrect if we add former after chief minister. Students, another type of adjectives are non-gradable adjectives. Non-gradable adjective means neither they will have comparative degree nor they will have superlative degree. They will remain same when they will be used before noun. Like preferable is there, complete, adequate. Such adjectives will be used as it is. We cannot say it is more complete, it is more adequate, it is more preferable. That would be incorrect if we use in this way. And here is the list. Here is a list of some of the non-gradable adjectives. You can go through with this list. And remember, whenever you will be using these adjectives, these are non-gradable and without adding more and most. Further, children, many children remain confused that should we write a black little cat or a little black cat. So now we are going to understand through this that what would be the order of adjective in a proper series. First, determiners. We know this very well that determiners carry these points: articles, possessive, demonstratives and WH words. Second are post determiners. Then adjectives, quantifiers. Now let's read about adjectives based on observation. Now we are going to read about the order of adjectives in such a phrase will be as follows, that in which position they will be used. First is adjective based on observation, like a perfect gentleman, an interesting story. I read
a story, and on the basis of my observation, I found that story was interesting. It was an interesting story. So the formation would be, first of all, determiner, this article will be used, then interesting, adjective, and then noun. A handsome young man. If we are supposed to use any adjective which is related to shape and size, then we cannot say a house small, a small house. The correct phrase would be a large building, a rich man, and so on. Adjective related to age, an old woman, an ancient tradition, a new house. Adjectives related to color, obviously children, in our daily conversation also we use these phrases which are given in your book. A red pencil, I want to wear that black coat. We cannot say coat black. Adjective related to material, a wooden table, a woolen shirt, a metallic object, etc. Children, look at the following table. Go through with the table, and this table you need to follow carefully, because this tells the position of different parts of a sentence. First of all, determiner will be used, then what we observe if we saw an object. Physical description means size, shape, age, color, if any you know. Origin, material, classifiers, and then noun will be used. Sometimes we say a beautiful girl, but sometimes we say a very, very beautiful girl, a very, very intelligent boy. So in this way, go through with the table so that you can understand in a better way. Further, we have the A adjectives. In this, you need to understand that there are several adjectives which begin with A. Sometimes they are called adjectives and sometimes adverbs also. The most common of these are abroad, afraid, alert, alike, alive, etc. These adjectives are mainly predicative adjectives. Predicative adjective means the adjectives which are used after noun. They come after a linking verb, am, are, is, was, were. But if they are really adjectives, they can also be used with other linking verbs like seem, appear also. The boys were ashamed. The boys were asleep. The boys were alert. Some of the adjectives cannot be used after seem or appear. It would not be correct to say the boys seemed abroad, the boys seemed around. Some of these words behave like adverbs in the example. They went abroad, they went away, they went around. So children, if they are used after a main verb, then adverbs. If they are used after noun or after linking words, then they are adjectives. Further, we have degree of comparison. In degree of comparison, this also we have read many a times. There are 3 degrees of comparison. First is positive, second comparative, third superlative. Positive degree means he is a good boy. An adjective is said to be in the positive form if it is used merely to describe a noun, does not make any comparison with similar noun. If I say Riya is better than Vivek, then I am making comparison between two children. But here in positive degree, there is no comparison if the adjective is in positive state. Riya is an intelligent girl. Girl, noun, intelligent, adjective. More, most cannot be used. Intelligent has been used as a positive degree here. For example, Sejal is a hard-working girl. Sejal is a hard-working girl. This example, hardworking has been used as an adjective and it is in positive state. Comparative. The comparative is the form of an adjective which is used to show comparison between two nouns which are modified by that adjective. For example, Ram is taller than Suresh. Either ER will be there or more will be there. Both formations show that comparison is being made here. Superlative, above all. Here we can say good, here better, and then best. Nothing can be above best, so nothing can be above superlative degree. We use superlative forms when we have to compare more than two things. For example, Mr. Sharma is the richest person in the town, and these superlative forms will be either showed by est at the end of the noun, at the end of the adjective, or most will be used before adjective, and that's why it is called superlative degree. Further, rules for formation of comparative and superlative. Adjective of one syllable. Students, here are some rules for formation of comparative and superlative. Adjective of one syllable. Children, have you ever heard this word syllable before? Okay. Children, syllable means the sound of vowels, or you can pronounce vowels. The sound of vowel is called the syllable. So if any syllable is there which takes only one syllable, then comparative and superlative form will be by adding er and est base. A single sound base. A, clean. Single vowel sound is there, so their comparative and superlative forms will be by adding er and est. Next, adjective of three or more syllables take more and most. Just pronounce these words: brilliant, difficult, brilliant, difficult, ignorant, wonderful. You will recognize, children, that there are three syllables or more can be there. So if any adjective carries three or more syllable, then more and most will be used to make their comparative and superlative forms. Next we have adjective of two syllables. Adjective of two syllables, but one more condition is there, that they should be ended with full r, re, ve. These suffixes should be there after the adjective, and if they carry two syllables, then their comparative and superlative will be more and most. Active, more active, most active. Next, adjective of two syllables which end with y or ly, they will be made comparative and superlative by adding er and est. Last, a consonant preceded by a short vowel take er and est. Big, fat, hot, thin, you can see, children, that they are preceded by a consonant. So to make their comparative and superlative, er and est will be used. So children, this was all about adjectives. I hope you have learned adjectives. If not, then listen to the video once again and go through with the explanation part, which is on the screen, as well as the same is in your book also, and try to do the exercise
Make sure that you all will attend Zoom session, because these are not only doubt sessions, they are revision classes also. You can clear your doubts. Your teacher is in front of you, and you can clear your doubts if you are seriously studying regularly. Thank you, children.